it ain't acting on the list for
Stand in pledge.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Call the meeting to order. Motion to approve the agenda.
I make a motion to approve the agenda with flexibility and have a personnel executive session. And boombox, malt beverage license.
We have a motion. Do we have a second? Second. A second. All in favor, signal by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion carried. Approved May 1st, 2024 Commissioner meeting minutes.
I make a motion to approve May 1st, 2024 Commissioner meeting minutes.
We have a motion. Do we have a second?
Second.
We have a second. All in favor, signal by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried. Public comment?
I have one question. If you can give me just a second. In your claims, what, you want me to just wait for claims to ask
No.
it? No.
Now,
Give me 1 second. So in your claims, in the Josh Whipple bill, there is a $30,000 charge out of the $55,000. $30,000 of that is for professional services and fees. I was curious if you can tell me what that is. Is that consulting or?
No, it's for taxes, excise tax and sales and use tax on gravel from 2021 through current.
For 30,000, that tax wasn't being paid?
No.
Okay. That was my only question. Thank you, Lynette.
anyone else? Moving on. 2024 Public Health Contract.
Okay, so this is what we visited with Public Health and WIC about. It just needs to be approved and signed so we can get that sent back in.
Oh,
They're no longer contributing to the WIC clerk's wages anymore, so
we just need to-
make a motion to approve it.
I'll make a motion to approve 2024 public health contract.
We have a motion. Do we have a second?
Second.
We have a second. All in favor, signal by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried. .4-H program, Regina Bakley and Mary Kay Sell.
It feels weird to sit in the corner when I'm talking to you guys. Hi, everybody. So my name is Regina Bakley, and I'm the new Program Manager, Regional Youth Educator for South Dakota 4-H. If you've been in your role for a while, you would have probably worked with Hillary Reisner. She moved to East River, so I'm just taking over that position. Prior to this, I was the 4-H advisor for Pennington County for about 4.5 years, and I'm actually an alumni of the South Dakota 4-H program. If you're not sure what my position is and you're somewhat new, my job is to work with Mary Kay and just really provide support for her, make sure she has the tools and resources needed to be successful in her role, and also make sure she stays up to date with SDSU policies and procedures. Something new in the MOU this past year or this year would be that if Mary Kay ever decides to do something else professionally, which we hope she doesn't. If she does, you'd work with me to hire somebody new to make sure not only they're a good fit for Bennett County, but also a good fit for the South Dakota 4-H program. And I will also work with her to do an annual evaluation so that she can set goals for not only herself personally or professionally, but also for the program. So I will be reaching out to you guys around that time to kind of see what it is that you want to see the program do, see how you want it to grow and things like that. Lastly, I'm going to give you a business card that has my contact info, but it's not my official ones because they're not in yet. But if you want to pass some of these around. If anybody ever has questions or concerns, or you guys have questions or concerns, you're welcome to reach out to me directly. I'm happy to help. I'm happy to come out and help with events as you need me, but really my main goal is to support Mary Kay and make sure that she can provide a positive youth development opportunity to all of the youth of Bennett County. Mary Kay is also going to share some numbers and statistics with you about the program and where it's at right now. Yeah.
I've put together some packets for you to go along with what I'm talking about. It might give you a better idea. Currently, we have 149 youth enrolled in our 4-H program. Of that 149, 19 are registered volunteers. That means they have went through the state certification, background checks, and that type of stuff. I've got 110 club members from the ages of 8 to 18 and 20 Cloverbud members, which are 5 to 7 years of age.
This last year, Mary Kay was also in the top 5 of our Option Z counties, is what we call them, where the county hires a program assistant. She's in the top 5 counties to have the highest percentage of enrolled youth per population of youth, which means out of the youth she could have enrolled, she has the highest percent out of the top 5 counties. So, good participation from you.
Congratulations.
Yeah, she's doing her job.
I'm
doing her
trying. One of my goals though is to reach out. I think we're missing a lot of our native kids, and getting them involved more. So I'm trying to make a connection there to where we could work closer with them. And I think there's a lot of talent out there that's going to waste. If I could get these kids in to show these other kids how to make moccasins, how to do whatever, I think it would add a lot too. But I'm still looking for the connection there. I do have 4 chartered 4-H clubs, not counting shooting sports, so actually 5. Shooting sports this year, that's always one of our big clubs or organization part of 4-H. We had 29 participants. We had 25 of them compete at the state level this year. We have 1 going to nationals in June in 22 pistol. Just different happenings that are going to be going on or has gone on. Just Monday I had the horse literacy program. It's a requirement that we do to be in the horse shows, county and state. June 5th, I'll do the same with the livestock. The kids have to participate in that in order to be eligible to show any animals at the county fair. June 15th through the 22nd is our CWF trip, and Allison Novotny is going to represent us on that. That's a trip to Washington, D.C. that is funded by the cake auction at the county fair. So she was the only one that applied for it, but unfortunately this year, there's a lot of conflicts that time of year for the older kids, with camps, sports camps and things like that. So the 18th of June is going to be our county horse show. July 6th is the 4-H rodeo here in town. July 8th through the 10th is the state 4-H horse show in Huron. We do have 2 girls that normally participate in that, and I think they are planning on participating again this year. That's the Denke girls. They do a really nice job. Last year was the first year that I was able to watch them compete at state, and they did a good job. They held their own. July 15th is our Special Foods Day, and July 16th is a fashion review. August 7th through the 11th is fair this year. And August 16th through the 18th is the State 4-H Finals in Fort Pierre. If anybody who wants to volunteer to help at fair, you got it. Let me know. I'll put you down somewhere.
Judging is actually really easy, and I'm sure she would love everybody's help. I've done it the last 2 years, and it's been great.
And she's coming back again, so it can't be that bad. New for fair this year, I'm working on trying to get a barbecue competition going. I've talked to the ones at Interior that used to do it. they're giving me some ideas. I've talked to local people, trying to get ideas of really how to get it put together. I don't think it would interfere with the barbecue that the chamber does, or because it would just be like a competition on Sunday. My understanding is you give them so long to prepare their meat, and I would say have it done like by 6 o'clock. We'll announce the winners at the rodeo that night. Just something different, trying to get different people involved. And then in the packet was this here. Chris Cradaville and I are working on trying to get a special award for the top horticulture and flower exhibits. So we're gonna finalize some details on that and then try to find a sponsor to sponsor something like this here as an award for them. And that would be opened up to 4-Hers and open class exhibits. So, we had 21 market steers weigh in on March 1st for our rate of gain contest, and then they are the ones that show at the county fair, the market steers do. Largest number that we've had in quite a few years. I found out yesterday I'm down to 20 because one had an accident and will not be able to show. So, but that's fine. You know, things happen. And then the other thing that is happening in the process of it now is Auntie Fanning has offered to donate all of her cake pans to 4-H or to the public. So we're gonna house them over in, I'll put them in where Carrie's office was, and then the public can come and check them out and bring them back. She doesn't use them anymore. She said rather than just throw them away, she would like to donate them, have them available for 4-Hers or the public. With that, I think we're gonna do a small rental fee on them and a deposit and have that go into the leaders account so that the leaders have money to pay for some awards and maybe help the kids out with some of their trip expenses because the camps are getting really expensive anymore. To go to 4-H camp is like $325, I think, this year.
That was early bird, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
So you missed that deadline.
And we have very few kids going to camp because of the financial. So if we can help them out a little bit, I think we'd have more kids going to 4-H camp. So that's about all I have.
You don't have any questions for us? Thank you guys. We appreciate your support of the 4-H program.
Thank you.
Thanks, Mike.
Thanks.
Before you move on, Dave, there is somebody here that did not hear you announce public comment time that apparently has something to say. If you want to do it now or do
Sure.
old new business.
Do it.
Kim? He was here, he just didn't hear you announce it.
Good morning.
Morning.
I just got a couple of questions. Is there any way, do you guys have like any of those children at play signs that you can put up? Right, if you had them, I'd put them up.
You have to ask Colton.
We do not.
Not from the signs that I've seen, we don't have any.
Okay.
We can order some.
Yeah.
Well, either that or if I made them, can I put them up?
Are you, or
Well,
North Mile?
yeah, my next question is are you guys gonna do anything with that corner out there? I mean, it's terrible. There's potholes that'll almost swallow a small car going around that corner, and I know you guys go up and down that Heisel Road all the time with maintainers and that stuff,
Just
and
need to blade it up real quick.
we're not talking about traveling an extra mile or anything, it's just right there on the corner. But,
You guys could probably get that real quick, can't you?
Yeah.
How about you order a half a dozen of those signs?
I mean, I could make them if you guys don't mind or anything.
I just soon have a regular,
There's a bunch of kids that play from that corner down about a quarter of a mile. They play out there along the road and that, and pickups and trailers just go hauling right past that deal. You know, and like I say, somebody's gonna get hit or something. But I know there's dogs that have been hitting that stuff out there, but that's a dog's problem. You ain't gonna get them to quit chasing cars and all kind of up. But anyway, I was just wondering if you guys had some signs and if he's gonna do anything with those corners. That's all.
Signs probably need to be treated also.
Yeah, I'm guessing if they're along the highway, they're gonna have to be a DOT
Just
type sign.
Alrighty, well, thanks for your time, I was just curious.
And if we don't have any coal money, you can get about half a dozen, and that way you have some extra. wood.
Alrighty, thank you, gentlemen.
Yep.
Thanks.
Kim Carnes. Sheriff Office vehicle purchase.
Yeah, so they have that Durango up in Pier. We have budgeted 21,000 for this year. I believe Kevin said that the total on it was around 43,000. And we need to decide if we're gonna pay for the whole thing or get financing for the rest of it. I don't have any information on it, he just wanted it on the agenda.
I think what their plan was to pay for half this year and half next year. That's why on the board, it's like, if I remember right.
Well, I think that was your guys' plan. Cause they put it and they requested to pay for the whole thing. And then, when we did budget, yeah, you guys said to do half. So if we're gonna finance it, then we need to make a motion, or you guys need to make a motion to get financing for the remainder of it. Or if you're just gonna pay it off and supplement the budget at the end of the year.
And what he went to, they wanted 10%, I think, right? And the bank up here would do 7%.
I got an informal quote of 7.5%. But we have to, do the whole application process and everything before we get a definite.
How many years was that 7%, did you know?
That's what we need to decide if you just wanna do one payment after the first of the year. This sounded like they would be okay with that too.
up here.
Yeah, at the security first.
Okay, budget.
I think that's a pretty tight budget right now.
We've got budget right now for half the payment. When we work on the budgets for 2025, we could budget the second half, and if the bank's willing to take us on that, that's probably the better deal. That's just my suggestion.
And would I talk about that, or Sheriff and I talk?
You meet with Curtis.
Maybe ask.
You make a motion?
So we need a motion to finance this through Security First Bank. Okay, the first half now, which is 21,000, which is in the 2024 budget, and then budget for the second half in January for 2025.
That's your motion.
That's my motion.
Do we have a second?
Second.
We have a second. All in favor, signal by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried. Claims.
He does the snow removal, like around the community action and sidewalks, he just bills it once a year.
I'll make a motion for claims.
We have a motion, do we have a second?
Second.
We have a second, all in favor, signal by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried.
Initial action on these claims.
It's not 10 o'clock.
No. Can we do the Thayer gravel pit?
I think he was planning on being here.
He
was-
is.
Oh, he is here, okay.
Come on in. Speak your mind.
Well, I was just wondering what your plans are with it, with the gravel pit. I'd like to, start selling my gravel myself if I could. It's either you guys can change your mining permit over to me, or I'll just get my own mining permit. It don't matter. But you still got 9 loads and 10 to be paid for at $3, I think it was, from the minutes of the last meeting that I was at.
2 years ago, 3 years ago.
Tried 4 or 5 years ago.
Really with that, well,
That's
yeah.
before.
It was when Jason and
Yeah. Okay.
Slattery and Scalp and all of them.
Okay.
Cause one was picked up by Freezy and taken over to Gordon and crushed, but that was the only one that was picked up.
That was crushed too, huh?
They took it over to Gordon to, I think it was Roseanne's portable crusher, and had it crushed, and then brought it back and strung it in the yard, I think was how they did it. But I don't, I'm gonna either get my own mining permit, start selling gravel, or
Okay.
whatever you guys wanna do, don't matter to me. But if you do come back, I don't want my pasture and my hayfield left like that. Cause I ride 4-wheelers out across it gathering cows and stuff.
Is there a trail out to it?
Yep, there's a trail out to it. And it's a section line coming by the old, Taylor Palmer lived.
The old Buffalo's place?
Yep,
Okay.
it's
so
a
you
half
did-
mile east of the old Buckles place. Or west, I'm sorry, I misspoke.
Can you see it from that section line then, or
Yeah, it's on top of the hill.
you care if I run out there and look at it sometime?
Nope, I don't care.
That won't happen again.
What won't happen?
That's uncalled for.
They just bladed off us.
Yeah, which was fine. So it's smooth to get trucks in and out, but to leave it,
Please be level.
yeah, it needs to be leveled back out or something, not just
How long
leave
has
it.
that one been lying there?
Well, it was laying there probably a year maybe, and then my wife went out there with her own loader tractor and leveled it out and put it wherever it needed it.
Well, as soon as it dries up, maybe Colton can run out there and get our 9 loads. Get you squared away.
And then I'll need a check for 10 loads in.
Right. Get squared away and then we can,
I didn't know what he was wanting any more than just your 10 loads or,
I kinda wanna see the I didn't, I wanna see it raw, I don't wanna see it crushed.
Sure, sure.
Did you say that was $3 a ton?
Yeah, that's, to my knowledge, that's what it is, but check your,
I'm pretty sure that's what it was, Alvin.
I'm just certain that it was, but check your minutes to make sure. Because I started at 4 and they said, oh, no, we're only giving, you guys can keep them. Just to remind everybody. But that's my deal, cause I bought my own loader. If you need a loader, I can move it over there. There's no big deal.
Just get a 9 load and take a look at it.
Yeah, do it.
I do want, it doesn't have to be rebuilt. I do want the road coming to the gate that goes into my ground. I'd like it bladed because it turns from, at about the turn off the Palmer's Corrals, it turns from gravel to just dirt, which dirt is fine, but there's big holes in it, and the neighbors that come across that way, Burnses and the like, they haul hay across that all the time too. It just needs nothing special, just filled in the center where we drive so that the water don't sit there and make a big mud hole.
You're talking where you go past Todd Burner, Trent, Todd. And
Todd lives right on the
Yeah.
corner.
you just keep going west.
Just keep going west. And then Palmer's, you've been there to Palmer's branding at their corrals there. Right there where you turn to go north to their corrals, you just go west a little bit, and the gate going into my grass is right there.
Okay.
But from Palmer Gate to my gate is where the problem is with the mud holes and everything.
So you just need to pull up and crown a little bit.
Yeah, it's basically, they bladed up to Jake Buckles' turnoff, and then that's about as far as they went. It's just gonna need a little bit more maintenance.
Well, if we pull our 9 loads out of there, we're gonna have to fix the road up.
Pardon?
If we pull our 9 loads out of there, we're gonna have to fix the road up just a little bit.
Just a little bit, yeah. Because neighbors and I, to get to what we need to, have been driving in the ditches, and it's kind of a mess right now. I wouldn't advise taking a truck in there without having the blade ahead of it to smooth stuff up a little bit.
Right.
How much you,
Go ahead.
how much are you gonna charge to use your payloader to load trucks?
I don't know what the going rate is or anything. I would like to get the going rate, if that's all right. I don't care however you wanna do it, if you wanna add a little bit to the per ton of gravel.
Okay, we'll work with you.
Is that all you need from me, or?
Yep.
Okay, and I guess to clear my mind, can I sell gravel under the county's mining permit, or do I have to get my own mining permit?
I don't think you can sell under his permit or under our permit.
You can't.
I don't think so, no. I think he needs his own.
That's all I needed to know. Thank you guys for your time.
Yep. Ken?
It's Tim. Right on the dot.
Okay. Skylar Livermont, this is trucking. 22 cents per ton mile loaded, anything over 30 miles. $150 an hour, anything under 30 miles, singles and doubles. Shabbat, how you pronounce it? Enterprises?
Is that both?
Oh, that's Bose.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
Slack. C-A-C-H.
Yeah,
Slack, yeah.
okay. 22 cents per ton mile, anything over 30 miles. $1.50 or $150 an hour, anything under 30. This is Rocky Rissy LLC. He's got a 140G motor grader, 14-foot building and grading southwest Bennett County. I'm assuming he just made a river road. Is he still here?
No, it's not.
An hourly rate of $155 an hour. Liability and check with that. Robert Sepik, trucking and grading. He's got a 730A motor grader, 207 horse, 14-foot bull bar. He's got a 740A, 225 horse, 14 or 16 moldboard. He's got 2 Michigan scrapers, 16 yard. Oh, yeah, 110. That's paddle scraper, right? And 2 144 HE engines.
No, that's the horsepower.
Oh, horsepower. Okay.
Is that the scrapers horsepower?
All right, you got $145 an hour. 140 over $200, and that's on the motor grader. And then the other motor grader is 145, and 145 or 140 hours over is $200. Okay, and 195 an hour each on the scrapers. Okay. And you got a 730A and a 207 motor grader. Is this more?
That's horse.
Horsepower.
Okay.
Stroke down with the horsepower.
Okay.
Oh, this is for snow removal.
Oh, okay.
Last one's for blade and road maintenance.
Okay. Okay, and for that one, it's $125 an hour. The other motor grader is the same, $125 an hour. 380 Komatsu, that's payloader, correct? 3.2 cubic yard, $130 an hour. This is for gravel hauling. We got our belly dump, 27 ton per load. Hourly rate is $120 an hour or 24 cents a mile.
Yes.
And that's with two. This is our insurance, liability, and lodging. Pretty good. Okay, this is Josh Whipple Trucking. This is on snow removal. John Deere, 672G blade, 255 horse, 14 more moldboard V plow. We've got two of them. They're $150 an hour. Komatsu 650 blade, 166 horse, 4-wheel drive, 14-foot moldboard, $150 an hour. We've got a Bobcat 780 or 870 skid steer, 100 horse, $100 an hour. The Cat D5 dozer, 121 horse, 6-way blade, $145 an hour. Komatsu WA 320, 170 horse, 4.2 yards, $150 an hour. A Cat loader, 157 horse, 3-yard bucket, $150 an hour. And a Cat or Clark 12C loader, 226 horse, 4.5 yards, $150 an hour. 60 ton. Is that your trailer?
Yeah.
$150 an hour. A side dump, $115 an hour.
One of the motor graders was 275 horses, or 672 and 772.
Oh, okay, yep. They're still same hourly rate, $150. We got the same thing I read, isn't it?
Yeah, it must be same. Is it the same for snow removal too, Josh?
Yeah.
Snow removal and blade.
Okay.
Oh, excuse me. That's just snow removal.
This is culvert removal and replacement. This is Josh with trucking. Komatsu PC 130 excavator, $150 an hour. Komatsu PC 360 excavator, $300 an hour. Komatsu WA 320, 174 4.2 yard loader, $150 an hour. John Deere 627G blade, 255 horse, 14-foot moldboard, 150 bucks an hour. John Deere 772 blade, 275 horse. They're all-wheel drive, 14-foot moldboard, $150 an hour. Komatsu 650 blade, 160 horse, 4-wheel drive, 14-foot moldboard, $150 an hour. Got a Cat 627 scraper, got 3 of them, they're all 250, or Yeah, 3 1/4 horse engines. Push pull, $2.75 an hour. Bobcat, T870 skid steer, 100 horse, $100 an hour. D5 cat, 121 horse, 6-way blade, $145 an hour. Got a crane at $300 an hour. Got a mini Bobcat mini excavator, 11-foot depth, 43 horse, $100 an hour. Cat, 427 power spray, 225 horse, $250 an hour. 60-ton trailer, $150 an hour. Trucks, belly, side, end dumps for $115 an hour. Welder skid unit, cutting, welding, banding, $70 an hour. Other additional attachments, grapple board, rock, concrete, tools, etc. No prices include freight to and from the job sites. This is gravel purchasing bid document. This is with Josh Whipple Trucking. Pit run Whipple pit, $2.50 a ton, 50 cent per ton for loading. Surface gravel at the Whipple pit, which must be screened, correct?
Yeah.
That's $5.15 per ton, 50 cents per ton load out. Pit run at the May pit, $2.50 per ton. That's and 50 cents to load it. And surface May pit run, $5.15 per ton, 50 cents per ton load it.
There's clean rock on there too.
Oh, yep. Clean rock at May and Whipple pit, $14 per ton.
There should be a mine permit and 2 licenses, 2 site numbers, and all the info on the pits and the bond and insurance.
Yes, sir. This is blading and road maintenance. Josh Whipple Trucking. Got a John Deere blade, 255 horse, 14-foot moldboard. A John Deere 772, 275 horse, 14-foot moldboard. And a Komatsu 650 blade, 660 horse, all-wheel drive, 14-foot moldboard. They're all $150 an hour. Cat scraper, got 3 of them, 225 horse, 275. Bobcat, 100 horse, $100 an hour. D5 cat, $145 an hour. Bobcat mini excavator, $100 an hour. Cat 627 power spray, that's $2.50 an hour. 60-ton trailer is $150 an hour. 8-foot rotary mower is $100 an hour. 14-foot sheep's foot, $100 an hour. Ridge reclaimer, $100 an hour. Water trucks, he's got a 4,032 and an 8,600 gallon, $100 an hour. Yeah, it's all $100 an hour. Truck side, belly, and end, $115 an hour, or 19.5 cents per ton. No prices include freight to and from the job site. All these liability and gravel hauling. This is Joshua Trucking. Belly dump, 30 ton per load, $115 an hour, or 19 or .195 per mile. Side dump, 30 ton per load, $115 an hour, same price, 19.5 cents an hour. Dump truck, or mile. Dump truck, 15 tons per load, $100 an hour, same price, 19.5 cents per mile. Belly dump double, 42 tons per mile, $175 an hour, same price per mile. End dump double, 30 ton loads, $115 an hour, same price, 19.5 cents per mile. Anything under 25 miles is paid by the hour, over 25 miles is paid by the ton. Stomp Ranch, pit run, $1 per ton, load fee of 50 cents per ton with private loader. County has used county loader in the past for big jobs. See attached C. In 2023, I offered display the pit run to put surface material on 3 miles of 210 Avenue, Weimer Road. I once again make the offer to supply surface material for 3 miles on Weimer Road at no charge to the county, providing the county uses its own resources for labor. Approximately $5,000 of pit run material to be provided to the county at no charge. I also believe that Alta Christensen's Road at 213 should get surfaced after being pulled up in 22, so she can get out. So I will offer to provide free material for the road at 213. The county will provide the resources and labor to surface approximately 1.2 miles leading to her driveway. This is approximately $1,900 of pit run material to be provided to the county at no charge. Frank Bowman, gravel trailer, 25 ton load, $150 an hour, $6.50 per mile. Scott Ballman, pit run gravel, $3.50 a ton, loaded by trucker with my loader. He's got a 921 case, 300 horse, 5-yard bucket, oversized, $15.
Insurance right now?
Didn't see nothing on that one.
No. No, pay that for your liability insurance, good.
This is Brett Prang, pit run, $3 loaded, $4 loader. That's the last one.
Yep.
Sorry.
We've got, how much time to do these?
30 days.
You get us a spreadsheet?
Mhm.
So we can compare here.
So 30 days to approve bids?
Yeah.
So we can put this off till
2 meetings.
2 meetings, June 19th. I'm pretty sure the 5th. And then the 19th.
Does that give you enough time?
You got a mine permit, Judge?
No.
How do
I
you
don't
sell
need
rock without a mine permit?
County's
Just
got,
said Belden had to.
the county's got a mining permit
You're
on it.
trying to sell it to them, you bid it. How do you do that when you don't have a license?
They put a price on it for the county. They don't own the pit.
You bid it though, without a license.
They don't need a license.
Why is it
They have a
that?
license.
Sir, you wanna look into that, please?
I haven't looked into it.
I'll have our attorney look into it.
That'd be great.
So, we need a motion to hold that, or
Table it until,
We can just table it till June 19th. We need to do a motion to table it.
Obviously, you don't have to, you can accept all the bids and then, you have 30 days to award the lowest bid or the bid that complies. So you can just, you don't have to table it, you can just set it on 30 days out or less than 30 days out to award bids.
award the bids in
June 19th.
June 19th. That 30 days.
Oh, that's what I can look here.
Everyone,
It's close.
is it 31?
So,
Just get it to the next meeting then.
June 5th then. June 5th.
Do you have enough time to get that spreadsheet then?
I don't have an action, but I should be able to.
Unless,
Yeah.
It's not 10:30 yet, so
We'd have to have a special meeting then. Canvas. Cause are you gonna be ready on the 5th?
I was thinking about that.
we're gonna have to have a special meeting anyway. Or could we just move up our second meeting and
I'm fine with that, if that's what you're gonna do.
That work for you guys?
When's election? June 4th. But we'll still have to have a special meeting. Canvas.
We're either gonna have to have a special meeting or
Or
move
else-
the meeting from the 5th to,
Well, we could move the 19th meeting back.
you mean to canvas votes too?
We do, yeah.
They've gotta be done
Yeah.
within,
You don't have until the 19th to get it done.
No, yeah, so that June 5th meeting, we're probably gonna have to, if you could move that to the 6th, that would help me out a lot, so I can get everything ready.
Okay, then we can move this meeting.
Just move the 5th meeting to the 6th, that's all we need to do.
Well,
I should be able to get that spreadsheet done by the 6th.
You don't wanna move the 19th, do you, Jolene, for payroll?
Well, I mean, it depends on when you move it to, but you can't move it to the 26th.
Right.
no, we've been going backward, is what we do, forward. Like the 17th or 18th or something. Does that work for you guys? So we, yeah, all messed up for that month, but
We'll just move the 5th meeting to the 6th and leave the 19th.
Yeah, we just do the 19th.
then just do the bid openings on the 6th.
as long as that's 30 days.
It's under 30, it's just 2 weeks.
Right.
Okay.
Okay.
Do me a favor, text me on Tuesday.
Yeah.
Alright, so you need a motion on that?
Yes.
I'll make a motion to move the June 5th meeting to June 6th,
We have a motion, do we have a second?
same time.
Second. We have a second, all in favor, signal by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion carried.
You got time to do old business.
Old new business.
For old business, Mr. Chairman, there was the sepulcher claim,
Yes.
okay? Good morning. Last time we talked about the sepulcher claim, you had some questions about the size of the horsepower of the graders and the ability to get the job done more quickly. And these are all important concerns. They just need to be included in the invitation for bids, because that way the public knows what it's bidding on, okay? So if those concerns are not included in the invitation for bids that's published in the newspaper, then they can't be used to determine the award. Do you have any questions about that?
That's why we did it that way that's why it's in there this time.
Okay,
We're running out of time here, but
Let's hold there, let's come back to that.
okay. All right, thank you.
we got 20 minutes.
How much time do we
No,
have?
it's,
Let's just hold off to this
you know,
hearing. We'll come back to that.
yeah, we're gonna, we got something at 7:30 we have to do here, or 10:30. And then we'll come back to your,
Okay, all right, thank you.
public hearing to vacate section line resolution 3-2024. Yes, sir? You want to say anything, or?
Just the dispute there, and I hope it's settled, and that's the registry.
I think included in your packet is a resolution if you guys do decide to vacate a portion of the section line. It's not the whole section line, it's, I believe, a half a mile of the section line. There should also be pictures attached. The notice was published twice in the newspaper, and I do have that, and Renee also has that if you'd like that affidavit publication.
So then we can test it.
You have to ask if there's any,
Oh.
anybody to contest.
That's your job, Mr. Chairman.
Is there anyone here that would like to contest this?
Can everybody hear us, Sarah, behind you? So you need a motion to approve the resolution then? I'll make a motion to approve the resolution number 3-2024. Resolution in order to vacate a portion of unimproved section line highway. In section 32, Township 38, North Range 39, West, Northwest Quarter, all west of the 6th Principal Meridian, Bennett County, South Dakota. And in section 29, Township 38, North Range 39, Southwest Quarter, all west of the 6th Principal Meridian of Bennett County, South Dakota, on the 22nd of 2000, year 2024. That's my motion.
We have a motion, we have a second.
Second.
We have a second, all in favor, signal by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion carried.
Yep.
Okay. Now we're back to,
Thank you. Thank you very much. So I appreciate you changing the invitation for bids, so it spelled out what was wanted. Because if it's not in the invitation, then the public doesn't know what to bid on. And the statute says you gotta put forth the evaluation criteria in the invitation for bids. And you can't use criteria that are not in the invitation for bids. So in this case, what were the two criteria in the invitation for bids? The bid's gotta be turned in on time, and the bidder has to provide liability insurance or bond information. And Supplica Trucking did both of that in this case. The statute says that a contract for public services or public improvement shall be awarded to the lowest bidder who is responsible and responsive and who meets the criteria in the invitation for bids. Okay, so there are those four things. So let's review how Supplica Trucking met those four criteria. He turned in the bid on time, and he provided liability insurance. I've got a copy of that with me if you want to see that.
No, I remember.
Okay. Was he responsive? He turned in a bid for all kinds of work that you were asking. The culvert removal, the blading, the snow removal, and the gravel hauling. He was responsible because he's been in business for how many years? 12 years, and he's done work for the county before, and you accepted his bid. So that qualifies him as responsible and responsive. And then the only other question is lowest cost. Well, Supplica Trucking turned in the lowest cost for blading and for snow removal. He wasn't the lowest for culvert removal or gravel hauling, so he wouldn't be considered at first for those. So what I'm submitting to you is that the commissioners should have contacted Supplica Trucking at first for blading and for snow removal. And then, of course, if he wasn't available, then who would you go to? Go to the next lowest bidder after that. But in this case, he wasn't given the first shot at that work. Okay? So
I think to differ with you on that.
I would say, it's not saying anything right now. If you want to discuss it, you go into executive session for legal, I would just listen to what they have to say currently.
all right, thank you. So to understand the impact of not giving the lowest bidder the work, we've got to look at a couple court decisions. The South Dakota Supreme Court has said that if there is a violation of sealed bidding laws, then any contract that's let is of no force or effect. It's not valid. And I have those decisions with me, and I'd be glad to provide them to your attorney if you'd like. Well, how is there a violation? There's got to be a violation. There's a violation when you don't award to the lowest bidder. The statute says the lowest responsible bidder, and it says the project shall be awarded. Shall, commissioners, is command language. Your hands are tied. You don't have any discretion when you've accepted the bids and you're looking at price. You've got to go to the lowest bidder at this point. So the contract, what I'm submitting to you for all 15 line items in our claim was not valid because the contract was not given to the lowest bidder. When there was no contract, then Josh Whipple Trucking was not obligated to do the work. And likewise, when that company submitted an invoice, there was no requirement to pay for that work. Why? Because there was no contract. Because it wasn't done, because the work was done without a contract in violation of the state law for bidding. So in summary, when these 15 projects were awarded to other than the lowest bidder, Chapter 518 was violated. As a result, Josh Whipple Trucking was not entitled to do the work or receive payment even if it did the work because there was no contract. So what I'm suggesting to you, commissioners, today is that that company had no legal right to keep the funds for the 15 projects that are described in our claim. Since that company could not have submitted invoices or received payments, any attempt to recover those funds on your part would show to the community that we are complying with sealed bidding laws and that you're being good stewards of the county taxpayers' money. So before you is the claim. I think you've all seen it. There are 15 projects where Sepulveda Trucking was the lowest bidder. And along with your approval of this claim, Sepulveda Trucking would like to talk with you a moment.
You wanna wait until
Go ahead.
they might go into executive session over this first?
No.
No. So with my claim in here, I'm willing to pull up the Loudon Road, get it prepared for gravel, and Miller Hills Road.
How many miles of road is that?
About 11 miles
At no cost, right?
at no cost.
Okay. What about the culverts too? Or is that part of
No, but there's a lot of them culverts are gonna have to be pulled in other than with the blade. It's gonna have to be excavated work. Some on the south end of Loudon Road, there's no separation at all. That's, it's just plumb full of dirt for a mile and a half up there.
anything else?
No.
All right, thank you very much for your time.
We're just gonna have to digest this for a while. Did you guys have anything else then?
No, we didn't.
Okay.
So,
Courthouse will be closed on Memorial Day, 27th, Monday. Oh, and also, the governor granted both July 4th and 5th as holidays.
No, but thinking of, the commissioners meeting, didn't they make June 19th a holiday?
We're still having a meeting.
I don't care. But I just happened to think of that, and we just got a reminder, the state told them to replace that day.
That's a holiday.
As well as July 3rd and 4th, or 4th and 5th.
What was that, the emancipation
Yeah,
proclamation or
Texas.
something like that?
So what,
I'll make a motion to move June 19th meeting to June 18th. Same
What day
time,
is that?
Tuesday.
That's my motion.
Can we do that if it's not on here? We move meetings around. Guess that is new business.
And you're gonna have a mess if you don't.
Yeah. My motion still stands.
Okay, so we're, got a motion to move the June 19th meeting to the 18th, same time. We have a second.
Second.
All in favor, signal by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried. Any more new old business? When you go to executive session for county coroner.
Do you wanna,
Oh,
just got,
Do you gotta bring back some beverage license on there? Do you wanna do
Yep.
that real quick?
we could do that.
Just need a motion to approve.
Pretty much, yeah.
Make a motion to approve the malt beverage license for Boondocks.
We have a motion, do we have a second?
second.
We have a second, all in favor, signal by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried.
Which executive session will we do first? Let's do the legal one first.
You want to do legal? Okay, you make the motion then.
I'll make a motion to go in executive session for legal counsel, SDCL 1-25-2, parentheses 3, with Commissioners Lene and Sarah.
We have a motion, do we have a second? We have a second, all in favor, signal by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye, any opposed? Motion carried. We are now in executive session at 10:43. Is it right?
We gotta get my farmer bids on it.
Don't forget your pliers.
Right?
I got this for you.
Is it right? Heath? Or pigweed?
Kitchen grass. Yellow mustard. Doesn't have that either.
Something that's,
Okay.
we got back in at 11:21. We'll go back to old new business.
I make a motion to reject Sepulcha's claim
From the last meeting.
from the last meeting of $238,000. I don't know what it was. $238,000.
We have a motion, do we have a second?
Second.
We have a second, all in favor, signal by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried. So, executive session for county coroner.
Either that or you could do, Colton's first two. I think he's probably waiting to
Oh, what was that then?
executive session for personnel.
Personnel.
Okay,
I'll make a motion for executive session for personnel, STCL 1-25-2, parentheses 1. Commissioners Lene, Sarah, and Cole.
we have a motion, do we have a second?
Second.
We have a second, all in favor, signal by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Motion carried, we're back in executive session, 11:23.
I'm sorry, who seconded that?
I did.
Are you ready?
I am ready.
We are out at 12:03. There'll be no action required. Executive session. Next is Linville for county coroner.
I'll make a motion to approve Wendell Adair for county coroner. Pending on, or not pending. Okay, never mind.
Period. I'll
Period.
second it.
What wage?
Oh,
There's a set wage
Wage
by the
set.
state.
Okay.
It's like 50.
okay, motion is to appoint Wendell Adair for county coroner
And he's gotta find someone to,
for deputy. That's my motion.
and we have a second.
Second.
All in favor, signal by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion carried.
Motion to adjourn.
We have a motion to adjourn this meeting at 12:03.
Second.
We have a second. All in favor, signal by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried.
Oh, okay. Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, yep.
Oh, that busted.
I'm glad it was off. Thank you.